What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to unpack the upcoming event here that's going to actually feature Forge shards for the first monthly milestone of the month. So if you guys checked Marvel Strike Force blog post yesterday, this event is the Sonic Judgment event here chart, as you can see. This is also going to be featuring a separate leaderboards here that's actually going to give you an opportunity to unlock a diamond and Quicksilver. I'm personally not going for it, but I do want to break this down, guys, because this event is a little bit more complex than the ones we've seen in the past, just in terms of the number of factors to consider here. So we've simplified it. We're going to be talking about that in more detail, and as well, you know, what should you be aiming for, especially if you're free to play, and how best can we prepare? So first and foremost, guys, as you can see, everything in the red are opportunities for Forge shards, right? So obviously we want to capitalize as much as we can. The X batteries are the featured monthly item, so this is going to be adding to the monthly milestone. And as well, we have an opportunity here for the monthly feature item at milestone 13, the red bandana. So if you recall these events, these featured items are the ones that add a significant portion of points to the overall milestone. So we definitely want to be gunning for that, and that's at 30,000 points. And as you can see, the rest of this is just good materials too. There's augmented mutant gear, basic catalyst, focus damage, and so forth. So I mean, this is all going to be good to add up into your count as well. And you can see, if you look at the very bottom here, guys, it's made up of a couple components for the scoring, right? We're going to be needing to spend campaign energy, Cosmic Crucible, champion orb fragments. So they've decided to add another factor here to consider in the math. Crucible battles is going to be added, and even better, if you guys have Sinister 6 characters, Superior 6 characters at 5 yellow stars and beyond, they're going to be adding a notable portion of points to this. But especially if you have 6 or 7 yellow, you can see there's a sizable boost there. But also, if you just have them as is without the yellow stars, they're still going to be giving you a 3,000 point total addition. So guys, what should we be aiming for? There's a lot of math here involved in terms of just the nuances and what's a fair and reasonable target. I have summarized this chart here in terms of just breaking down, you know, making some assumptions here in terms of what the campaign energy will be doing each day, maximizing the Crucible battles, using Superior 6, and as well, what potentially is going to be coming from a separate portion, which is the web milestone tied back to incursion campaign energy. So remember, there's going to be a separate component of this that always gets added, and you're spending that campaign energy as well. In addition, we're making a couple of assumptions on the free claims just because we've seen them average 500 per day. So let's walk through the math here. For the campaign energy, this is assuming you're spending 1,100 per day. It assumes that you're using 200 cores. That's how you hit the 1,100. If you're doing that correctly, that should net you about 15,400 points free to play. Totally feasible, but completely dependent on whether or not you have power cores though, because that's how you're going to be able to hit that 1,100 per day. This is consistent with what we've seen in past events, and usually most folks don't have a hard time with this, but if you do, make sure you're starting to save your cores now, because that's going to be an opportunity to take advantage of. Crucible battles is going to amount to 14,400 points. This is pretty easy to hit. It's win or lose, and it's the full 18 battles. So it's 6 battles for each of the Crucible sessions, and that happens 3 times a week. Make sure you guys are doing that. With Superior 6 characters involved, you're going to be getting an additional 3,000 in total. And keep in mind, this is not inclusive of any star level, so you can get the easy 3K there. Now, the only thing I factored here for myself, free to play, is the only one that I do have at higher stars is actually Dr. Octopus. I also have Green Goblin, but I understand most folks may not have him unlocked, so I just factored in only Dr. Octopus. So if you have Dr. Octopus at 5 or 6 stars or 7 stars, you're going to be getting these bonus points of 600, 1,500, and 3,000 respectively, as each of them are tied back to just him individually. After doing so, the rest of it is just coming from the web milestone. 9,000 points is actually pretty generous. It's coming from the spending of campaign energy, specifically with the incursions campaign. So I did do the math here. You need to core about 300 cores in the totality of the 7 days. That's how you're going to be able to hit the 9,000. If you're not able to core, I think you can get close to, I think the math was like 4,000 or 5,000. So you can still do pretty decent if you don't want to spend any more power cores. But keep in mind, that's the total over the 7 days. If you have anything to spare from the campaign energy spending. And free claim, like I said earlier, it's typically 500 per. So we're just going to assume in 7 days, 500, 3,500. In total, guys, this is going to give us a free to play target here that's possible of 50,400 points.
As you can see from the milestone targets that we have at the bottom left, this is well north of the target of 30k for the red bandana. So you're going to be able to hit the monthly item with no problems. Even if you just focus on campaign at Crucible battles, you'll be able to hit this without Superior 6, without doing anything with the Incursion web milestone. Having said that, I think a milestone 14 is also a good target because you're going to be getting an additional 10 forge shards on top of the other 20 that's available just from you going through and just playing and maximizing milestone. If you're able to push to the very end, guys, 56,000 points at milestone 16 is what gives you an extra 25 forge shards. So as you can see, we're still about 5,500 away. So I don't think personally I'm going to be trying for it just because it is only 25 shards, and we're going to see more events in the future anyways, with Forge being the monthly feature character. I'm personally probably going to stop at the do the best I can, but 50k is probably going to be where I'm going to be. I may actually even just avoid the Incursion campaign just because I probably won't need it, but there might be some materials I want to target and so forth. But the extra 10 shards at milestone 14 is likely where I'm going to be ending, and maybe I'll end off around milestone 14 or 15, but there won't be any more forge shards at 15. So there you guys have it. I think this is reasonable for free to play. Definitely a little bit more complicated in terms of the math here with the moving parts that they have, but overall very friendly. Even if you just want to do, like I said, campaign energy and crucible battles, you'll be able to hit the red bandana. But I recommend doing 14, guys. The extra 10 shards is going to be nice, especially knowing that Forge is a 100 shard unlock, and he's part of the new Extreme X-Men team. So you definitely want to get as many shards as you can if there's an opportunity to present itself. So there you guys have it. Let me know anything in comments below if you agree or disagree, if I missed anything here. But overall, it's looking like a pretty good event that's going to start in a couple of days here. I'll keep you guys up to date. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.